viewers, this is Apurva Singh and today in this video we are going to learn another poem, that is Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou is a powerful feminist Afro-American writer. She is acclaimed as a storyteller, as an autobiographer, as an activist, and she is recognized for being the spokesperson for all the people who wanted to raise the standards, moral standards of the people living in America, in the United States. The themes of Maya basically dealt with the sufferings and the anguish of the black people who lived in the United States. She basically wanted to depict, her works depicted the black beauty, the strength of the women, and it also talked about the justice and the social rights of the blacks. Maya Angelou's this work is an experience, is an autobiographical experience which she had penned down in 1969. Here, the caged birds are the black Americans and the free birds here are the white Americans who have all the rights, who enjoy all the rights in the United States, and where the blacks are marginalized, they are suppressed, they are oppressed. So, the highlighting aspect here is the difference, is the bifurcation between the whites and the blacks, which she has used as a metaphor by talking about the caged birds and the free birds who are roaming about in the sky. So let us go through the line-wise explanation, and then I guess you'll get more clearer to you that what the poet or the poetess clearly wanted to tell us through her poem. Now, I'll read out one paragraph for you and then I'll be explaining that, and I'm going to continue in the same way. So please follow. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstreams till the current ends and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. The last line here is very highlighting that the free bird dares to claim the sky as its own. That means the free bird is the most superior. For her, the entire sky is her own. And here the poetess, she is trying to take us on a journey of delightful and joyous journey of this free bird, where the bird is absolutely free, where there is no restriction, there is no objection. Contrary to the life of the caged birds, contrary to the life of the black people residing in United States. Next, but a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. See the agony with which the poetess, she has written the second paragraph, where she talks about the birds which are being caged, and she says that these birds, their wings are being chopped, their feet are being clipped, and they are trying to look out, they are trying to peep out through the cage, and they are trying to look at the free sky, which seldom they are able to see. And the only thing which they can do is that open their mouths and to sing of freedom. The songs which are going to talk about, which are going to tell us about their cravings for freedom. So this paragraph is a stark contrast between the free bird and the caged bird. The third paragraph. The caged bird sings with fearful trills of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. So the poet here is trying to tell us that this caged bird, she is afraid of many things, of things which are unknown, yet it does not prevent her from singing of her freedom. In the same way, people who are marginalized in the United States, they are fearful, they are frightened of the things, of the activities which are happening around, yet They talk about their oppression, they talk about their freedom, their cravings for freedom, their desire to be free, and the voices of these suppressed people are being heard in distant hills, in the distant countries beyond the boundaries. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on the dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. Now this stanza, it again takes us back to the free birds, making again a difference between the lifestyle of a free bird and of a bird which is in the cage. Here the lines, they tell us that the free bird, it waits for the another breeze to come. It waits for all the seasons to change and how she is going to enjoy in these different seasons. And it is also going to wait for the worms, and it is going to go and catch those worms from the natural surrounding and is going to feed its hunger. But think about the birds which are in the cage. It makes no difference for them. They cannot think of all these things. They cannot think of even flying up in the sky. They cannot think of going and catching the worms and eating themselves. They are deprived of their natural habitat and their habits. But a caged bird stands on the grave of the dreams. So where the free bird is enjoying every natural phenomenon which is around her or which is around it, the caged bird is on the grave of the dreams, that is her unfulfilled dreams. His shadow shouts on the nightmare screams. So now here the poetess has tried to give us a frightful image, that how this bird which is inside the cage, every time she gets the nightmares of all these things, all these exploiting things which have been happening with her, and how helpless this caged bird is, how helpless the Black Americans are there in the United States. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. So now see, here the poet is trying to tell us that the state of captivity is absolutely abnormal for the bird and for the human beings. If we are keeping something captivated, that is insane of us also, because we are taking away their right to live in the natural surrounding. Now here the third stanza in the last stanza is again being repeated, and here it again says, the caged birds sing with a fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged birds sing of freedom. So again the same lines have been repeated to give more emphasis on the fact that how the caged birds are craving for their freedom, or how the Black Americans are craving for their freedom, for their rights. And here the poet is trying to tell us that the Black Americans cannot be suppressed, as because they are already marginalized and now they are speaking up for their rights, for their freedom. And then it also tells us that the Black Americans are not going to relent on this. Rather, they are going to continue to struggle to gain freedom, to achieve their basic rights. So children, if you like the video, please like, share and comment. And if you have any doubts, you can write it down in the comment section. Thank you very much.